Hey there everybody, Shadow Phoenix here. Welcome back to Railway Empire, where we are going to continue our Railroad Baron experience here in this game. It's a pretty good game so far. I really liked playing through campaign. It does seem like really hard to learn. So yeah, there's definitely a learning curve to this game. Alright, so let's head on into campaign mode. Let me turn my tablet down because I've been noticing it keeps it go off randomly. Down. Alright, okay. Campaign mode. Alright. So last time we were in Chapter 1, which was 1863 in the Great Plains. Today we're going to go ahead and get into Chapter 2, which is 1830. So we're going to go back in time. Okay, Back to the Future joke. Chapter 2, the early days. This chapter is all about the modest beginnings of the railroads, how they quickly revolutionized transportation in the U.S., helping to revive the prosperity of the industrial centers on the East Coast. While you are building your first railroad empire and leading your rail tracks further towards the west to the Great Lakes, you will also learn about the economic systems behind Railway Empire. Philip Evan Thomas, the well-known railroad enthusiast from Baltimore, will be right by your side. I do not know who that is. Durant I knew because of Hell on Wheels. I don't know who that guy is. So we'll just continue and go on. Settings, yeah, we're just going to leave that all the same. The only thing we can actually change is the rail network and the pause mode, that's fine.
Meticulous planning, tables, figures, and hard facts.
Right, so we can't change the character again on this screen, so we're just going to go with the guy that he had a different name, but I'm going to call him Jeremiah Boweevil, same as the last time, and we're going to be playing the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. Let's jump into the game. We're going to have an introduction here.
In 1830,
so let's go
the prosperous industrial centers on the east coast of the United States of America were poorly connected to the mainland. Insufficiently developed toll roads and slow ship canals were the only options when making long journeys. Farmers, businessmen, and travelers lamented these long, arduous, and above all, unsafe transport routes. They were not only an inconvenience for travelers, but also shackles on an emergent nation's hunger to grow. But at this time, a development from England was taking its first steps and helped keep alive the hope of many cities in the East of reaching greater economic influence and growth.
I've been waiting for you. I'm Philip Evan Thomas. It's always been my dream to build a railroad to the Ohio River and beyond. That would help everyone, both the settlers and the natives. And I need your help with that. First of all, I have two tasks for you in order to build a base from where we can monitor further activities. But as I learned back when I was a bank clerk, the books must always balance. So take care to make a profit, even with these preliminary assignments.
All right, I believe he's done talking now. Okay, so thank you, Philip, for that introduction. Now, into the game. So this time around, we are actually going to have two competitors, which as soon as we get done with doing a couple of things, they're going to speak up and speak their mind and belittle me, basically. So the first objectives, let's go check out our tasks. Connect Baltimore and Washington and connect 3 rural businesses to your network. Okay. So I've played this campaign here a couple of times, and I ran into some problems with it. So we are going to try to make sure that we do not run into those problems again. First of all, hit the game pause. Now, we want the cattle down in Baltimore, because if we look at Baltimore, get out of that. Check in Baltimore, and we go into information, they really want like beef and cattle. So, or they're exporting meat. That's how much stock they have. They really need like cattle. That's a big need right there, as well as cloth. Everything else is kind of a meh. They have an excess of shoes and leather. Yeah. things are going up. They're really needing a lot of stuff. So let's head back out of here and construction, and let's start our construction. Now we're going to do a large train station, because what I'm going to try to do here is actually connect both of these together if I can. Alright, let's see. So we could do a couple different things here. I'm actually going to try to get this about where I can. Let's take a look at our terrain. So this is kind of rough terrain here. This is one thing I did notice in the game. The terrain is kind of hard to get to. Build stuff in. We're going to put a large train station there. And then we're going to put another large train station over here. We're going to get... Now, we only want 3 of these, but we're going to get all 4 of them. Because, you know... I get all of these together there. We go all the way over a little bit. I think that will help. I'm going to try that. I've tried different things so far, and I've never been able to really kind of get things to work well for me. We're going to go out now to a regular 2-story train station down here in Washington. I'm gonna put it right in the middle, right in the center of Washington. Alright, now we're gonna get some rails connected here. Now the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to make sure we get our rails across this little bridge right here, because this can actually be a huge pain. Not careful. That cost $71,000 just to build a train, a typical bridge over across of this. We're going to build it at an angle too, and there's a reason I'm going to build it at an angle, which I will explain here in a minute. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Okay, that's fine. We got 147,000. So let's connect it up, and then we're going to move our railway around a little bit here to see if we can get it. All right, look at that. We're already at 149,000 right there. I think we can get it down more. 143, 142, 141, 140,000. Doesn't look very good though, does it? $45, $40. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. That kind of looks alright. Incline's a bit much. Oh, mostly because we have bridges. Okay. There, 127,000. 6%, 3% incline. Make sure we don't have any more bridges in there. That looks good. This is doable, I think. Alright, and then we're going to connect that with this one down here. $56,000, $57,000. I had a 55 there for just a second. $44 by taking out the bridge. $43. That's a huge incline. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's see if we can get it a little better. Keep getting fine. I think that's going to have to do. I'll be honest. I think it will. That's not too bad. We can deal with that. Alright, let's get that railroad going. Alright, and let's add a train onto that. So we are now going to go, let's set up a rail line from here. Baltimore. Alright, and make sure we got all of those right, and that's all on the right track. So yes. Now we've got that set up. Let's do that. Let's add a locomotive. Now the only locomotives we can get in this campaign is, so far anyway, we have to make sure but we only have the Grasshopper available, which is one of the very earliest models of the railroad. It doesn't even look like an actual train, but this is what we actually had back in the old days. Alright, so we got a train on there now. Now we need to take care of our train, so we need supply towers. We'll put one there, and we're not going to do another one just yet because we are going to connect some other stuff up here first. So we are going to get, since Baltimore is our main city, let's go ahead and let's put a maintenance building in there. Go. And I'm going to go ahead and build another track across our river here as well. Build that. Okay. And I don't know if we're going to head up that way or not anymore. We are definitely going to connect up here to New York in a minute. But now we need to connect to Baltimore. So let's get to that one. So Baltimore, let's see here. We're going to use this one down to Baltimore.
Oh, who's this
And
new
there's our
fish
first
swimming
competitor.
in our pond. Greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte. What was your name again? Beautiful stranger, wasn't it? Well, that's what you look like. Just let me know if you need help push-starting your trains.
Okay, so that right there is one of our first competitors. I don't know her name right off the bat. I honestly don't care. So we have now connected Washington to Baltimore. We have a train heading up this way, so we can connect to Nolan Breeding and Thomas Breeding. But we got to get up here to New York as well. Now I know they're saying that it's not definitely saying to go to New York just yet, but we are going to go to New York. So far we're not going to do that, but we are going to no, we're not going to do that. Let's do this. Let's see. We are going to connect to... See how it will not let me build a bridge across that right there, right on the side right there? That means we're going to have to go over a little bit and then come up here and connect. So this is why I built my bridges kind of an angle. And then we're going to... Now, the reason I'm doing this is because the last couple times I played this, the guy who runs New York up here, which hasn't been introduced yet, keeps getting in my way with his rail lines. So it's very annoying. I'm doing that for a reason as well, which I haven't mentioned yet, but shortly. I don't know why I can't get it. Oh, there we go. Now, this is just in case I want to use these lines, and the reason I did that is this right here. The supply tower, we're going to put across all of these. That way, bam. One supply tower covers all of those railroads right there. Now we got to figure out which line we are going to take into...
Look, to be clear, I have nothing against strangers. Some of my best friends are strangers. But you're not from here, and New York is my city. That's where I do business. I say when the trains roll, where they're going, and why. As long as you don't get in my way, everything will be A-okay between us.
The bigger a city gets, the greater its demands get too. At some point, the goods from the immediate area will no longer be enough. That's where the railroad comes in handy. Now select Baltimore to take a closer look at the city.
Okay, so we will select Baltimore in a minute. Right now, I definitely want to get a train station up here in New York. So that's what we are going to do real quick here. And we are going to go with, I don't need too many things coming in here. We're just going to go with a 2 train station, I think. We're going to put it kind of down here. Build it at an angle. Well, let's do this. Let's turn it around. Now, as soon as I do this, the The other competitor, he's not going to be happy because, like he just said, New York is his town, so he is not going to be happy about me placing this. But let me count the ways that I do not care. That
What are
works
you
for me
doing with
right
this
there.
station here? I'm already here.
All right, and now let's put our train station down here. So we're going to go with, we're going to go on the edge on this one here. Bring it down. Here. Going it across. Now, if you notice, we already have $100,000 right there. So that is already just like a huge station. Or a huge train, I should say. Bring it down. I think the grade is going to pay off to begin with, so I think we may end up doing something more like this. 85,000 seems fine, so we'll go from there. And then we're just going to go down here. Around here. We're going to go across from here. We're not actually going to go into this station just yet. We're going to go down here. We're going to connect up to this one here. But it doesn't like that. Okay, but now, oh, why don't you like that? There we go. All right, so that's going to cost me $217,000. That's not bad for a railroad all the way to New York. Can we do better? I don't know. It looks like that's going up. It's bringing the steepness down, though. All about these grades. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead. We're gonna build that. All right. So now we got to put in a couple more railroad lines. So let's set up a rail line from Washington to Baltimore. All right, and now we add a locomotive to that. We're gonna do the grasshopper. Sweet. Now let's get a line going from Baltimore to New York. Yep, that looks great. Add a locomotive. Alright, so you notice I spent a lot of money right off the bat here, right? Baltimore to New York is waiting for track clearance. Why is that? Oh. Oh, I see why. That's fine. I think we can deal with that for a while. Okay, so we have our supply station. We don't have a supply station down here on the other end, so let's grab that real quick. Supply tower. We're going to put that like right here. Looks like a great place for that. Right in the middle. Okay, so let's see. We have all of that coming in. Alright, and as he said, let's take a look at Baltimore here real quick.
Baltimore, where the headquarters of our firm is located, has a large clothing industry. The city therefore needs a constant supply of fabrics. In New York, on the other hand, the fashion-conscious customers are waiting for deliveries of ready-tailored goods. Lay a rail line between Baltimore and New York, so that the clothing produced in Baltimore can be delivered to New York.
Gotcha. All right.
I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
Okay, so he is now giving us some more stuff here to do, and I know that because this started flashing up here. So we've got the first two out of the way. We've connected Baltimore to Washington, and we also connected 3 rural businesses to your rail network. So we did that. Now we got to connect Baltimore and Pittsburgh, deliver 10 loads of cotton to Pittsburgh, and deliver 20 loads of clothing to New York. So in order for Baltimore to make clothes, they need cotton. So they got to get cotton and other stuff and fabrics and stuff. So we have to get this taken care of. So we got to deliver 10 loads of cotton to Pittsburgh and then 20 loads of clothing to New York. Alright, so let's take a look here. We got some research. We've got 120. Let's go ahead and unlock covered freight cars. Let's see. And what that does is ensures the better transportation of live animals. Increases the transportation fee per freight car by 8%. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll get the covered cab as our next. We got to get 1 out of 3 things before we can get this next train. We can get this train next, but we might as well just go ahead and get the bigger one. Alright, so we have everything kind of working now. I think what I'll do is I think in New York, I think we'll build a maintenance station. And let's see here. What do we got up here? Oh, look, he's got like interesting train setup going there. Should we go to Albany? What's in Albany? What have they got? They want a lot of stuff, actually. Not so much. I don't really think we need Albany. I think we can...
If you
Albany.
transport the clothing from Baltimore with your rail line, you will be making a considerable contribution to the growth of the industry.
Am I not?
Everyone profits from that.
I am. Yeah, I've already got 3 out of 20 to go. We're doing quite well with that. I'm going to do this. We're going to make another track here. And we're going to bring this all the way down here to... why that's not working. 1%, 5% grade. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is. So. Ooh, you know what? I got a much better idea. Can we get it down to here? What if we did something like this? That's an interesting railroad. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's build it. And then let's go. Why is it doing that? That. There we go. What is this? A random breakdown? Why are we having a random breakdown for? Alright, we're going to that off right there. Object is in use. Oh no. But I need that. Okay. Guess we can't do that right now. But let's go ahead and let's add another rail line. So let's set up a rail line from New York to Thomas Breeding,
Excellent.
to Nolan Breeding, Baltimore.
You could hire
And back.
train crews in the staff dialogue window. Then you'll need to view the train details of the selected train to assign the staff to it.
Let's see if we get this bid.
Now open the train details of your most important train and assign an engineer
Oh,
and a
sweet. We
stoker
got
to
Leaf
it.
Springs.
I wish
increasing
I'd
the number of
already
passengers in
taken
every
you
city.
out.
Oh, he is not happy with me, is he? He'll live. That is great. That is a great line. Let's add a locomotive to that. All right. Now, let's get our most important railroad and let's assign some people. So, what that's going to be this one here, the Baltimore to New Indian Resettlement Bill passed. Negotiations with tribes begins. Oh, a little thing in history there. Okay. Goods train list. Personnel. So we have an engineer. Let's stick an engineer on that. Wait a minute.
My spy informed me that you need to urgently clean up your research department. Those secret construction plans are lying all over the place.
Ah, she's over. Get the covered caps. Okay, train. Oh, take me on out of this place. Baltimore. That's the one we want. Baltimore to New York. Oh, managed train. That's what we want. So let's get an engineer on there. I like that. We're gonna go with this guy. Let's get a stoker. And a conductor. And we don't need a security guard right now.
You don't have first call on cities, farms, or mines. Of course, your transport income will fall if your competitors connect these to their rail networks.
Of course, I mean, that just makes sense, right?
Tracks, locomotives, buildings, and cash all increase the value of your company. And the higher this is, the higher the price of your company stocks.
Oh, we gotta get cotton to Pittsburgh. Connect Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Gotta do that by 2 years.
Just as other companies buy stocks from you, you were able to buy some from them. If you do that, you will profit from the success of your competitors. You should buy stocks via the company dialog window now.
Right. Let's go ahead and buy some stocks. Let's get 10% of shares off of this.
Go
guy.
on, grab it. This increases the price of my fast trains.
This should stay just between us, as it's, well, not entirely legal. But we need to keep all of our options open. A saboteur has applied for a job with you. If you send him to one of your competitors, he will make trouble for them. This can also cause their stock price to fall. You don't have to deploy saboteurs to do better than your competitors. You can deal with them in a more classy and legal way. Take a look at which routes are more lucrative and will ensure you become the most important transporter there.
Right. Okay, so let's see here. What I'm trying to do is get...
By the way, your competitor, Don Lorenzo, is a bit of a gang boss. You can
think?
imagine that he has good connections to bandits and saboteurs. So it's much easier for him to deploy such characters.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. A bit of bad press never hurt anyone.
We don't really need a conductor on that line because we're carrying more freight than anything else. But we do need that stoker. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Baltimore turns its back. Reporter exposes grievance. What? Why is that train?
You should have learned the most important aspects of your position by now. I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
Oh, we gotta get a new stoker in there. There. Ooh, available employees. Okay. What about research? How are we doing on that? Well, we don't have enough research yet to do anything else. Okay. What was that? Connection bonus of $107,000 by connecting there to get some fruit. That is... Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I don't think so. I already know about that. Let's see. Trains running between cities carry freight and express goods, passengers, and mail. Express goods should be transported as quickly as possible because paid more. Okay. Each town has industries where hire. Okay. And the personnel don't even hire employees. We don't. Okay. Yep. Since every citizen in the city needs good demand rises. Okay. Whenever a train reaches a city, freight, mail, and passenger may unload. The rising numbers represent transport. Alright, so let's see. How are we doing with all of our lines here? They're all making money, but we're not making enough money. Play the video. We'll train. Oh. Thanks for that. I already know how to do that.
I'll think of something for you. You can be sure of that. Did you see what happened? Remember, this can happen again and again.
Alright, so we need to get to Pittsburgh, but I already know how much that's going to cost, and we do not have enough money yet. So... we did finally get the research, though. Let's go ahead and get our faster trains. We're going to get the John Bull.
Sweet! You have a new toy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we do. The John Bull. Replace all of our locomotives with that. It was an expensive proposition, but Baltimore, Ohio is a new innovator model railroads for real railroaders. Baltimore, Ohio is the fastest train. It's 21 miles an hour.
Trains might be fast, but do they also provide a decent level of comfort?
Well, they do all right. We could connect down there to Norfolk, but I think Norfolk is a waste of money. We really need just more cash right now at the moment. Baltimore and Ohio has the fastest train. Wow, we just hit 24 miles an hour.
I bought all the newspapers in circulation and burnt them.
Oh, he's not happy, is he? Alright, we've got to get to Pittsburgh. So we can get over there to that. Mediator. I don't need that. How do I get that? Okay, I get it. Sabotage. Thank you. Go away. You're actually annoying me. Oh, the trains are moving on now. Alright, Washington to Baltimore is an express. Why is Baltimore to New York not an express? This one here. Alright, so this takes from there. Right? Down to here. Okay, I'm not sure how to make that an express line. I mean, it should be an express line. Ooh, we have more research. Let's see. What can we put on here now? Train whistle provides safety against injury and increases popularity among passengers, increases the number of passengers in every city where the company has a station by 5%. Sounds good. I'm gonna go with that. We've almost got that done, but we're not making any money hardly. Reach a population of 100,000 in Baltimore. So we then need to connect more rails, I think. More cities. So I guess we could go ahead and put a station in Albany. Yeah, let's do it. We're just gonna go with a Let's go with a small station.
You think this is funny? Give up that station, you idiot!
Let me think about that for a minute. Oh. No, I don't think I will. That's good. New applicant for, oh, we have a security guard. We have a reporter. What's the reporter do? Writes a critical newspaper about your competitors and thereby reduces passenger income for several weeks by 50%. Ah. I don't know. I don't like to play that game. Why are we not making money? Probably need a New York. New York is not making yet. How do we make that a... Search 8. Okay, we are now actually starting to make some money though. So, all of our trains, let's look at all of our trains. All of our trains are making cash. All right. Things are going well for us. I want to get over to Pittsburgh, though. Let's see here. Oh, okay, so that means we have the research points. Railroad increases the number of passengers in every city where your company has a station by 8%.
Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid.
Increases the liability of your locomotives by 10%. I like it. Let's get it. Now we're making cash. Hand over. Okay. Now we just have to speed things up a little bit to kind of get things going here. Can we connect anywhere else? We can get to Syracuse. Syracuse? Syracuse? Oh, he's got me blocked off by the Walker Estate. Oh, you bastard.
If you own enough shares in your competitor, you can merge with them and incorporate their routes and buildings with yours. Your competitor will then be out of business for good.
Okay, so we have...
Well
let's
done.
take a look.
You now possess your first block of shares in a competitor.
Let's look here. Manage train. I think
gonna
I
take
screwed
your
up.
business apart.
No, you're not. You think you're going to. Bandits have taken over the train, Albany and New York, and robbed the passengers. Do you want to pay the compensation of $86,000 to the victims so the travelers in Albany and New York still place their trust in you? Oh, fudge. Really? Ah. Kidding me?
And the bandit wasn't even expensive.
Oh, okay. I see what you did now. He sabotaged me, that little punk. Okay. We're
I'm
bleeding
gonna
money
take your
now.
business apart.
I know
This
you only
building
think
was
you are.
bothering me, so I revamped it a bit.
Didn't know that what he's up to. I'm about to connect down here to Norfolk, I think. Wilmington. Search. There's nothing else we can get right now at the moment, so
I
I'm
now
gonna
have
wait.
one employee more, and you have one less.
Oh, you are messing with me. Seriously.
Nobody buys my shares and gets away with it. Just remember that.
That will be an expensive rail line to make, but you know what? I think it might be worth it. Let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and build a small train station down here. Wow, 383,000, huh? $504,000? $366,000. $163,000. $150,000. $143,000. $144,000. Alright, that's good. We're just going to have to wait a little bit till we get some cash. I've been sabotaged again. Get that stoker. Oh, man, I want that. I can't get him right now.
Whatever you're doing, the reporter has it covered.
Oh, okay. He's done to me again. All right. Avenue, New York. Baltimore to New York. New York to Baltimore. Let's look at this line here, man. Alright, there we go. We're making cash. Making cash. 144,000. Do it. Norfolk to Washington. Add a locomotive. Add a John Bull. Let's see, 57,000. Works for me. Alright, and now maybe we can actually start making some cash here. Do we not have a slowed due to missing equipment? Okay. Thank you for that notification. I have it taken care of for it now. Conflicts among train personnel. There are often arguments among personnel. On a New York to Baltimore train, you should not assign employees to problems with each other who work on the same train. Yes.
So, if you ask me, bickering employees should be put in the corner with a dunce cap on.
Moody, huh? All right, so we have an engineer and a stoker. All right, that's stoker. Oh, nice. Okay, so we got those two. Increase the time passenger cities. Ooh. I don't want to spend that much for that. You can have it.
Your security measures are a joke. My spy had an easy ride.
Norfolk to Washington, Thomas Green. Okay, we need an engineer on this one. Not gonna need it. Not.
Your trains might be fast, but do they also provide a decent level of comfort?
Oh no, they don't like each other. On this side. Washington to Baltimore doesn't. Baltimore to New York isn't a big one. New York to Baltimore is a big one. I'll be in New York. Sure, let's get a engineer on that one. We have a stoker with no tasks. Works. Train personnel, available employees, new applicant, market crier. Promotes the possibility your trains increases the amount of passengers in your cities over several weeks. Ooh, he costs 80. We have research. Let's get here. Let's see. We're not gonna make Pittsburgh, but that task. Connect Baltimore to Pittsburgh. Oh shoot. Search. grab that. $23 miles. All right, we need to connect to those two railways like right now. So let's go ahead and we'll get a train station over here in Pittsburgh. All right, and this looks like a good spot for it.
It's worth reconsidering that decision.
From here, all we need is the money to do it. That's the next thing. Right now, we're looking at 1,513,000. So that's not great. Let's try to not go over a bridge. Only use tunnels. $698,000. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. We just need the money now. Come on. Money, 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 money. Money. Let's heat him up. All right, that cost me a little bit of cash, so
How
we're gonna have to wait.
dare you send a saboteur to me?
Yep, I did. You. Ooh, you know what? We don't have a supply tower down here on our anywhere. Let's put that right there across the bridge. That works. That. Come on. I think I need like 700,000, so a little more. Little more. Actually, let's go 750 because we're going to have to put a train on it too. So another 50,000 and we should be good. Sweet, we did that one. All right, now we just need to deliver. What's our next goal? The next soonest one, I should say. Oh, we gotta add a train to that.
One day, the railroad will reach all the way to the West Coast. Every day, huge crowds of people set out to cross the entire country. and the trains will continue to get faster. Don't look at me like that. We can't stop progress.
All right, we've done it. We've connected Pittsburgh to...
I'll think of something for you. You can be sure of that.
Our next goal, let's see, 1836 looks like this is the next, no, 1833. We got to deliver 10 loads of cotton before the end of 1833. I was thinking this means before 1833, but I guess we got to do it by the end of that year. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to continue this on another day. Oh, I don't have enough.
This bandit caused a lot of damage, right?
Yeah, he did. Streamlines work processes at all stations, reduces time. Ooh. Very much worth that. Okay, so yeah, at that point, I am going to head out of here, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. This will be it for Railway Empire for this episode. I will come back and we will finish off Chapter 2 in the next episode. Until then, remember, there will be another Planko video tomorrow. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Shadow Phoenix, and I am out of here later. Hey everyone, if you'd like to help support me and my channel, I have a Patreon page where you can do just that. You can pledge anything from $1 or more. Anyone who pledges $15 or more gets a unique, specially designed roller coaster and Planet Coaster made just for them. My little way of saying thanks. You can also just send donations as well if you don't want to join Patreon. And you can find those links in the video description below. Every tiny red cent I make from these means the world to me and is extremely helpful. If you're interested in my PC setup that I work with and play on that you see here, every piece of the system is described below with links to Amazon if you want to purchase them or anything else. Thanks for tuning in to my videos and my channel. If you aren't already a subscriber, click that on the screen below. And you can also check out a few of my other videos on the screen here as well. You can keep up to date on what's going on in my own little world via Twitter or watch me stream live on Twitch as well. Links are in the video description below. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.